This week on the Austin Healey channel, I finally get the windshield to fold up properly. After last week's video, I got a lot of comments on things I could try. One of those was to try to switch the feet from one side to the other. So I tried that and it didn't have any effect. The feet appear to be the same no matter which side you put them on. So other things I can try. Someone suggested I shave off part of the bottom post. That would bring it on the other side, so it would bring it further in. So that's a thing. That definitely would work. I'm just looking for a non-destructive method first. So what I'm going to try to do is take off the wings, the fenders, the mud guards on the front, and put a big clamp on both sides and squeeze it in. And that should bring the feet into the right position. So I went to the hardware store to buy a big clamp, a big bar clamp. And they don't have one wide enough. So I bought a smaller one that we're gonna modify to make it wider so I can try this. So before I take the wings off, let's see if we can modify the clamp. Here's the clamp. It's big and beefy, and we are going to cut it up and weld it and make it longer. So I also bought this big bar. What I'm going to do is make a cut about here, and that'll give me some overlap to weld this bar on, and then that'll make it longer, and then weld this side on also with an overlap. The overlap's going to allow it to hold more force. Yeah, super exciting stuff. This bar has been chromed and I don't want to weld on the chrome, so I'm going to sandblast just the ends of both sides so it will weld up better. So it's very, very close, but it's just not close enough. I'm trying all the tricks I've thought of and suggestions I've gotten before I try something a little more extreme. So I've tried squishing from both sides to push these feet over, and that was it moved it some, but it's just not enough. My thinking there was damage to the firewall. That had been straightened, and I thought maybe it had stretched the metal and made it grow. But that wasn't enough to do it. It helped some, but not quite enough. I've also shaved down the foot, the posts that come off the foot. I've shaved those down as far as I'm willing to go with those. And that moved it over a bit more, but it's still not quite there where it's just not there yet. Back here, these were made custom made to match these, and the hole here where this pin goes up there is really far over relative to the one over there. So if it was over more this way, then this pin would have to be more over, and then it would fit. So what I'm thinking about doing, taking the post off, taking this pin out, filling it in with weld, drilling out this base so the pin lines up more into the center. It's not what I wanted to do, but I don't see any other options at this point. Okay, so I went crazy and moved this post over, which required drilling out, well, taking the post out, welding in the hole, cleaning the hole, welding it up, remarking it, drilling it, tapping it, putting it in, and in the end, I think we got it over far enough. I had to put a mark on here because I kept forgetting which way I needed to move it. Anyway, it fits in here pretty good, so we're going to assemble it all and see if it actually works, and then we'll disassemble it, and I'll repaint this because I had to screw up all the paint. Yay! The paint's all burnt away, the chrome's all dirty, the rubber's falling off, but damn it, that pin is in position. Finally! Now all I have to do is take it apart again and repaint this post. But that's a job for another day and another week. It's been a lot of work to get this to this point. It feels like I've been working on this for a month. Granted, there was a week in there where I was working on computer stuff, but wow, I'm just so happy to get to this point. But I'm not finished yet. I have to take it off again and paint that post and you know, finish it. But I think I'm going to just leave it like this for a little while, move on to other projects. And then basically the car is still in my paint booth, so I want to, you know, shift it over before I try to paint. But thanks for coming along on this really crazy ride. I guess the takeaway from all this is, well, I've learned a lot. I've learned that the bottom of the posts and the posts were custom made together. They're not like machined out where they're all identical. Oh, it's crazy. And I also learned that when it's like a puzzle, and when you have parts coming in from so many different sources, and so many things have happened to it, you know, it all fits together but not quite right, and you end up in a situation where it doesn't line up right. So looking back, I should have put this all together beforehand, before things were chromed, before things were painted, just to confirm that it did all fit. Anyway, here we are, there we go. Thanks for following me on this journey, and I hope yours goes much smoother. If you want to come along on the ride as we complete this project, click the subscribe button. If you want YouTube to tell you every time there's a new video, click the alarm bell. Thanks for watching, and your support is very much appreciated.